Good morning. You guys probably don't believe this, but I don't take two. It doesn't work on, I just use take one. Anyway, I just talked for a few minutes on the photo. So here we go again. Flying out to visit Mom and Dad today. And I did some research on this bent, that's a boom swing cylinder. And a new one, OEM, is $1,100, around $1,000 for aftermarket. And also I called a local hydraulic shop here, and they can buy the rod and put a new rod in there, reseal it, and re-weld it to the pin on the end. So that's about $400 or so, and we're going to try that. The hard part is that I have to get back there. In the instruction manual, or the service manual, said by taking the floor off, it'll help. And just by glancing at that, the floor is over here, and that's attaching back there. So I'm not 100% sure about that plan, but anyway, I'm going to try to get that off and drop it off on the way to the airport to head to Vegas for a few days. All right, I'm going to mount you some. Oh, also good news on the tripod. Tomorrow is the 30th day, so I can return it. I even told them the wind, actually I said the wind blew it over, even though a tree or a branch, and the base broke when it hit the ground. So I get another one. Gonna have to be more delicate with the replacement. All right, I'll find a spot to hang you, and we'll go move forward. For the record, this last bolt I'm trying to get out, it turns out that they glued the nut somehow. There was some goo on it underneath the floor panel, and they were actually able to tighten it, but this is not going to come out easily. So anyway. Well, the other good thing, this is the fast-slow switch. That's supposed to go down and up. So that's obviously broken. So I might actually get high gear when I'm done with this, if I can get a hold of that thing. I could probably order that. Awesome. It's all garbage. Alright, you're going to get that off without breaking it. Oh shit. This is how these burn up. You get hydraulic leaks. Looks like there's one there. And you get dry leaves in here, and you get some heat going. And once that hydraulic fluid catches on fire, you kiss the excavator goodbye. So this is definitely gonna get some high pressure water. Oh, God, that's awesome. I'm glad I got that out. This was somebody's fix. Oh yeah, they glued that and then just fed the screw into it. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, that's the rod. You got the first look. I can't see, but I think we should be able to spot some stuff. Well, I found definitely the two hydraulic lines, and the only hard part is the other half of whatever holds that part of the cylinder to the frame. Alright, scored. I got to both of the fittings and the hydraulic lines, and it was 11/16. Everything is kind of metric, so that's kind of weird. Anyway, just hoping I have the plug for this line. All right, they're both bagged up. I'm gonna undo that back bolt, and hopefully things just get loose. I guess I could do the front one first. Maybe I can predict what's gonna happen. Let's try that. Guess what I forgot? It's on the other end side. The other side of that is a snap ring. Oh, I hope I might have to find a snap ring in there. Darn. That's probably why I bought this the first time. Well, maybe that'll make it easier to find the other one. Bingo! Got lucky. I took that bolt out, moved the cylinder around a little bit, started tapping on it, and there is no cotter pin on that, which makes total sense because I don't see how the hell anybody could get to it. So, probably come out. Well, look at there. Oh my God, I just gained a week. So I can drop this off. If he's got that in stock, he can start working on it right away. If not, he said it takes a week to buy one. That is awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Bobcat. I thought for sure there'd be some kind of a keeper or something up there. That was not too bad. All right. Now, since I'm ahead of schedule, I think it's time to figure this out. That used to be the thing that, you know, this guy here, every time I get in and out, it's dangerous because this is not working the way it's supposed to. Let's take a quick look at that. All right. Weird part, where did this thing used to go? It's almost like it's supposed to be in between there, maybe. Or maybe it used to grab onto that metal piece. Alright. I hope this doesn't bite me. Looks like no screws in the back. Going there, there. Oh. Oh, it looks like the cover can come off, and that could stay there. And what about this thing? Maybe that's just part of the cover? Alright, I'm going in. Aha! There's a bolt right there. It doesn't have a nut on the end of it. Oh, look at that. It's not bolted on this end either. Basically it's shot. Oh, that's one of my rattles. Alright, so that's rattling in there because you can't get that bolt out apparently. So this thing how the hell did they get that bolt in there? Damn, I really want that out of there. Looks like I almost have to release 2 hydraulic lines to get that out of there. Unless I could cut it. It's gonna spin if I try to cut it. If I put pressure on it. It's definitely no clearance, whether that's up or down. What happens if I take the bottom off? It might open up something. It doesn't look like there's anything connected to the bottom. Okay, if I push down on this handle, that's tight, that bolt right now. I think I'm going to cut it. I bet you anything that piston was making a lot of noise. Well, this excavator was the Econo model. That looks like a headlight. It's a 3-position switch. It was the only thing connected to this harness. There aren't any lights on it anywhere. I don't think it needs to be hooked up right now. If I ever decide I need lights, the whole thing's going to need wiring, so I'm not worried about that plug. Should be all right.